Hi, this is the Rocky Mountain Progressive. Follow me on Twitter, following news in the Rocky Mountain region. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube.
Like I've got a list here of it's fascinating of who's up for re-election in the Senate in 2020. There's a lot of Republicans.
This is the map of the 2020 Senate elections. There are 22 Republicans up for re-election in 2020. There are 12 Democrats in fairly safe states. The only one that I would be that worried about is Doug Jones in Alabama. But if we go back and check out 2018, there was 24 Democrats and 9 Republicans up for re-election. The Republicans were able to pick up 4 seats in North Dakota, Indiana, Missouri, and Florida. The Republicans ended up with 53 seats to Democrats' 47. So as you can see, the Republicans are under a lot more pressure to hold the Senate in 2020. Here's Sam of the Majority Report speaking with Ben Dixon of the North Star to explain who's getting nervous about the shutdown, and I will come back with a little bit of context on the Colorado race as Cory Gardner runs for re-election.
All 4 of the Republicans who we have heard most of, right? Shelley Moore Capito in West Virginia. We've heard from Joni Ernst in Iowa. We've heard obviously from Collins in Maine. Cory Gardner in Colorado, who could be in big trouble because of this. They are afraid that they're going to lose.
Cory Gardner was already in trouble. The Democrats won all statewide elections in Colorado. Jared Polis won the gubernatorial race in Colorado by 10 points, running on universal pre-K and a public option for health insurance. In Denver County, he got 180,000 more votes. In Boulder County, he got an extra 100,000 votes, which helped him carry the entire state by 268,000 votes. Because there's not enough of the little counties to outpace the big counties. So since the Republicans rely heavily on the rural vote, it's hard to keep up, which basically spells doom for Cory Gardner and so many others in the Senate, as Sam explained. So he's the first one to come out against the shutdown on December 21st with this statement. As chair of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, he should have enough clout to get Mitch McConnell to put the shutdown bill to a vote. As chairman of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, he's responsible for holding all these seats. In 2020, they're going to have to start fundraising a lot. So while the government shut down, of course, Cory Gardner holds a fundraiser in Washington, D.C.
Senator Gardner, why are you in D.C. fundraising while 800,000 Americans are going without pay?
And he's going to use the money that he got from the fundraiser to try to convince you that he has not been holding water for the Republican agenda this entire time. But now he's going to have to go against his party on the shutdown debate. This is the first time that he's had to buck the party in order to save his job. Back to Sam to explain the real ramifications of the shutdown as we're seeing now.
Because this is, we are right on the cusp of it becoming, severe. Right? We are now just at the point where they're not getting paid. We're seeing now in Miami, they're shutting down a terminal for a couple of days because TSA people are starting to leave. We're starting to see stuff like loans, to farmers not go through. It is like right now we're on the precipice, I think, of falling off, a cliff that is going to be very painful. Particularly, these senators are going to start feeling the pressure.
I don't see much progress happening this week on the shutdown, but I will be making a video about the first 2 bills out of the House and the Senate this week. Follow me on Twitter for updates. My handle is Rocky Mountain Progressive. Subscribe to this channel for more updates.